my thoughts exactly. Ooh, tired, sleepy. Oh boy, this is going to be a good one, isn't it? Anyway, honestly, guys, I have to call this game for what it is. There's going to be chatter between me and Russ here and there, so if I stop talking, I'll stop talking so you can hear me talking. Anyway, there's in-game chat. You get what I'm getting at. But I have to call this game for what it is. This is the best game I've ever played in my 8 years of playing this game. The title of this video is Crazy Kolobanovs. And you'd think that a Kolobanovs would be as good as it can get, but trust me, it's even better than that. So, for those that don't know, Kolobanovs, it's a medal. How'd you get one? Well, you as the remaining player on your team have to survive and win against 5 enemy tanks.
Can't see it though.
1 versus 5. I've gotten this 3 times. This game here is the 3rd time. So in 8 years, I've had it 3 times. It's very difficult to come by. They're not handed out very easily. It's hard work getting one. But somehow, in this game,
Don't see anything.
not only do I get a Kolobanovs, but I go even further than a Kolobanovs.
Ooh. Oh, I hit that guy. For 1700.
I did hit that guy for 1700. Shooting at the muzzle flash, Russ got shot, so I shot at the muzzle flash. And managed to pull in 1700 damage, which you might think, oh my word, that's overpowered. But I've got another VADS video. Not VADS, oh word, wow. I've got the wrong tank. Gao. I've got another Gao 8 video coming out. I don't know if it's come out already. If it has, then you know what I'm going to say next. If it hasn't, then I'll say it here. This is a Goldilocks tank. Things are either not good enough or they're just right. There is no kind of middle ground with this tank. You're either amazing or you're terrible.
Yeah, the boat's gone.
If you're fighting lightly armoured mediums or light tanks, you're incredible.
Yeah.
If you're fighting heavies or heavily armoured mediums, you're going to really struggle. The only way to pen things like the T-72, T-55, T-64, FV-4-11, T-10, any of the, well, essentially any of the Russian tanks, mediums, heavies, some of the British heavies, mediums, you're not going to pen them frontally or side on. You have to have the rear aspects of the tank. You've got to be shooting it in the ass. Or like that.
Shredded an M50 from here.
Yeah. Or you fight against the tank destroyers and the light tanks.
No, I shredded him from there.
Now, we don't have control over what we fight against. We can't control what tanks are in the matchmaker, so it's a bit of a dice roll, really. Do you get targets you can shred? Do I get a Type 63 and an M50 every game? No, I don't. Do I get games where there's WZ-122s, T-64s, T-54s, T-72s, T-10s coming at me? Yeah. And you can't do a thing. You can track them, but that's really about it.
To support, actually.
So that's why I say this is a Goldilocks tank. And that's the reason why I like it, because it's not just do anything you want, go anywhere you want, kill anything you want. We see an example of a tank doing that later in this game to Russ, and we'll talk about it, so I'll shut up for that moment. But until we get there, let's just go over shooting at the muzzle flash of the VADS now. There we are. Let's just quickly go over what we've got with the Gao 8. So, 92mm a pen. You know, this is okay. 15 alpha per shot, which is, you know, it's sort of okay because you've got an insane rate of fire on this thing. 2,700 hit points, 56 kilometers an hour top speed, 540 meters of view range, 434 meters of moving concealment, and 13 meters of still concealment. So we've got a medium. This is essentially, I believe this is an M48 hull, not an M60 hull.
There's a weasel.
There is a weasel, and we hear more about that weasel later on because he's heading straight towards Russ, and there's a little bit of dialogue between myself and Russ later on about that. Oh.
I don't know why you pushed that, Bagel. That was a dumb move.
Oh, you suck.
There we go.
Frontally, that weasel's just gone through me.
Yeah.
You should never, ever be able to go frontally through me?
Nope.
Weasel goes through the front of an Era 2 heavy.
That's the problem with it, though, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's the whole. It's just ridiculous.
Right, I'm going to pause it here. What we established earlier was that a Kolobanovs was 1 versus 5. You have to win. In this game, I get a Kolobanovs. So hopefully at this point, you guys can now work out exactly what it was I was facing in this game in order to get a Kolobanovs. Not just a 1 versus 5. This is a 1 versus 7. There goes the
I don't know
Vads.
why you pushed that. That was not a smart move.
And that's the second time I've said that about people engaging with the Gao 8. The reason I've said that primarily is because it is not a smart move. But the second reason for me saying that is that I was astonished at how many people were trying to engage this thing. If you're in a lightly armoured vehicle at close range, you're going to get shredded by this thing. This thing has got to be respected. Speaking of, here's an example of why. 1 Weasel. 2 Weasel. Bet they thought they had me.
No light. There we go.
And a bagel.
Okay.
In the space of 15 seconds.
You're on 3%, they're on 8%.
There's 2 weasels in a bagel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Oh no!
I thought I was gone.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. Woo!
So we've we've taken out 6 of the 7. I thought I was done for. I was not expecting the result that I got from this game. I was not. But
No.
this is why this game is always full of surprises. And we'll take a breather here because I do spot the it's an AMX that's the last alive. But this tank has got to be respected.
There he is. I see him. I see him. I see him.
There we go, down the hill. This tank has got to be respected, guys. What the Weasels did, what the Bagel did, is exactly what people do in Weasels and Bagels. They just run in thinking that they're the biggest, baddest thing on the playground. No. Not always the case. And here I'm using the wreck of the Bagel, because this fella doesn't realise I'm hiding behind a wreck. He circles around, and I obviously do the same. Boom.
No way! No way, man! No way!
How did you manage that?
Oh my word! 14,000 damage! What?
I'm not taking that away from you. That was some good play at the end there, but
Oh!
kill. That was awesome. 9 kills. What's that? What's that medal?
Frost Hero Medal, Spartan, Mastery, Kolobanovs. I got Kolobanovs. Whoa!
That's
Top Gun. Yeah, that. Heck yes, that. Oh word.
So there you go, guys. That was the best game I've ever played in my over 8 years of playing this game. That is the best
Right, down there,
result
can see
I've
me?
ever had. Not just a 1 versus 5.
See you
That
there.
was a win versus 7. 1 versus 7, and we
Try
came
and
out on
spot
top
it,
with
so I
9
couldn't
kills.
really-
It's never going to happen again. Guarantee that will never happen again. Unbelievable. And that game, I'll admit, was very, very circumstantial. The stars aligned. If those 2 Weasels had been
Ooh.
T55s,
For 17.
if the Bagel had been a T72, if the Leopard had been a T64, if the AMX 32 can still be an AMX 32. I think it was an AMX 32. If that scenario had been against any other type of tank, I wouldn't have made it. But the fact that it was all light tanks and lightly armored mediums,
Oh.
the stars aligned, and there we go. There's the result. Wow. Whew. Alright guys, that's all I've got for this video. So if you've enjoyed it, please leave it a like. If not a dislike, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you in the next one.
The other light gone.
Yeah, the boat's gone.